Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another session in our ongoing series of informative web conversations that we are recording in collaboration with leading higher ed institutions from the US. My name is Saqib Siddiqui, and I serve as the Associate Director of Global Outreach at CAN International, currently operating across 9 countries. CAN International works as a global higher education consultancy focused on building meaningful connections between universities, students, and high school counselors around the world. Today, we are very happy to be joined by Shoreline College, located just north of Seattle in Washington State. Shoreline is a well-established public college known for its strong university transfer pathways and vibrant international student community. Through the 2+2 transfer pathway, many international students begin their studies at Shoreline and later transfer to leading universities across the US to complete their 4-year bachelor's degrees. We will also be discussing the A Scholars Program, an exciting initiative by Shoreline that allows high school students from around the world to begin earning US college credits even before they graduate from high school. For students considering studying in the United States and for parents exploring early pathways towards a US bachelor's degree, today's conversation will offer valuable insights. Now, let me move on to quickly introducing our guests. Firstly, we have Khwaja Umam, founder and CEO of CAN International, with nearly 15 years of experience in higher education, including more than a decade dedicated to international education. Khwaja is an active member of the global education community and regularly participates in major conferences such as NAFSA, IACAC, AIEA, AIRC, and most recently the concluded API conference. Next, we have Samira Pardanani, Associate Vice President for International Education and Global Engagement at Shoreline College. With over 2 decades of experience in international education, she leads a highly dedicated and innovative team committed to supporting the academic and personal success of international students. And finally, we are joined by Bjorn Myrhe, the newly appointed Associate Director of International Recruitment at Shoreline College, himself with also more than 20 years of experience. Bjorn is passionate about supporting international students and strengthening global partnerships while continuing to advocate for the value of the community college pathway. With that out of the way, let's begin our discussion. Over to you, Khwaja.
All right. So thank you so much, Saqib. And well, first of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our panelists. Thank you, Samira. Thank you, Bjorn, for joining us. And I would like to specially mention to the viewers that Shoreline College is very, very dear to me. No, I mean, because I not only that I have had the opportunity to visit this institution, and I have seen everything, myself through naked eye. But also, Samira is a dear friend, and we have presented together at the NAFSA conferences. And I also feel that this pathway that community colleges, provide can really help students save money, get to their dream institutions. So I'm a big fan of community colleges, and of course, Shoreline is at the top. I want more and more students to get to that region. Seattle is a wonderful location. So I just wanted to have this discussion with Samira and her team to learn more about Shoreline, of course, and let the others know about Shoreline through this discussion and about their very unique program that they are calling as ACE. So without any further ado, I will jump into our questions. But before that, I, of course, would love to hear from Samira and Bjorn a little bit about themselves. So Samira, over to you. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Samira Pardanani, and I am the Associate Vice President of International Education and Global Engagement at Shoreline College. Namaste. I grew up in Mumbai, and it's been many years since I lived in India, but I visit regularly, and I am so delighted to offer information about Shoreline College. I used to work at Brown University and the University of Michigan, but since then I have started working at Shoreline about 20 years ago. So I've had a ton of experience, and I really believe in the community college system. And so I'm very excited to introduce it to you all.
Bjorn.
Hi, everyone. My name is Bjorn Myrhe, and I'm excited to be here today representing Shoreline College to bring this amazing education opportunity to all the students and parents and high school counselors out in the world. And I won't share much more about me because it's really about the content and the college. We have such a great team at Shoreline. I'm just one of the great team members here that the students get to interact with. So let's get into the heart of the conversation here. And I think we got some questions to answer.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, both of you. And I'll get my first question across to Samira. So Samira, could you first of all, everyone would first want to know about Shoreline College. And I know for a fact that it was Shoreline Community College first, and now you are Shoreline College. So please introduce Shoreline College to the world. Tell the students how this is such a wonderful place with respect to U.S. higher education.
Sure, absolutely. And so Shoreline College has been in existence for over 60 years and has been welcoming international students to our campus for over 50 of those 60 years. And we currently have students from over 60 countries on our campus. As a community college, we are among the top 20 community colleges in the entire US to host international students, for the number of international students hosted. And, by the way, there are about 1,400 community colleges in the country. So we are quite proud of the fact that we are among the top 20. Yeah. So we have a very strong reputation for international education and, for students, a really strong track record of international students going on to transfer to top US universities and then go on to launch into their careers. So my LinkedIn, for example, is full of international alumni who have gone on to do amazing things and have fancy titles and are all around the world. So what we do offer is smaller classes, very supportive faculty. So we don't have TAs teaching the classes. We have actual faculty members. We are a public institution, so we are under the state of Washington. And so I would say it is, without going into too much detail, it is an ideal place to start a US degree and prepare to transfer to a university. And just to be very clear, it's at the undergraduate level. It is not a postgraduate institution. Thank you.
Right. So, like you mentioned, Shoreline has a very strong reputation for international education. So my question to Bjorn would be, so what are those advantages that you can share with the listeners, that international students should choose Shoreline as an option?
Thank you. It's a great question. And there's probably an easy top 10 list of reasons to choose Shoreline, but I'll just give the listeners 3 reasons today of some advantages to choose Shoreline. I would argue cost, quality, and access are our 3 biggest assets or reasons to choose Shoreline. We're more affordable than most universities in America, but you can finish and transfer your bachelor's degree at these universities. So our cost is usually a lot more affordable than many other options to start your bachelor's degree. Our quality of education is as good as anywhere you'll find in America. And a lot of times students and parents don't know that if they go to a community college or a top-ranked elite university, the classes are the same in year 1 and year 2. So we have professors that teach here and at the University of Washington, maybe part-time. So the quality is exceptional. And then lastly, I would talk about access. So we do allow a wide range of students to study at our college. Access is an opportunity that we really lean into. We want a wide range of students to study at Shoreline College. And you can also access our education before you graduate high school. Whether you come to campus or you study online, we allow students age 16 or 17 to study with us at Shoreline. And a lot of times at other four-year universities, you have to be a high school graduate or be 17 or 18. So we do allow students to start a little earlier, which is also comes back to cost. You can save money as a family, and sometimes you can save time. But cost, quality, and access are the three reasons that are great benefits to study at Shoreline College.
Absolutely. I mean, all these three factors, I think, play a huge role. So now this brings me to my next question, and this is for Samira. So Samira, I still feel, particularly with respect to India, this pathway program and this route that students can take, many are not aware. So I would like you to shed some light on this 2+2 pathway that community colleges provide, and let the students know how great can this pathway be in their journey of higher education.
Absolutely, Khwaja. Thank you. So for Indian students and parents, one of the things that you may not know is that about half of US bachelor degree graduates started out at community colleges. It's about 40%. So it's a very standard pathway in the United States, the 2+2, 2 years at the community college, 2 years at a four-year institution, and then graduating with a bachelor's degree from that four-year institution. So the reason probably people don't know it so well is out of the 1,400 community colleges, most of them are focused on local students from that local community. The advantage for you is that there are a handful of community colleges that are internationally focused. So Shoreline happens to be one of them. So you get the best of both worlds. You get the price that a community college offers, and then you have a community college that has an amazing infrastructure set up for international students. In fact, international education is in our strategic plan. And so that's why it is such an incredible opportunity for international students to access this pathway. As Bjorn mentioned, the first 2 years are general education requirements. It does not matter if you take them at a community college or you take them at a four-year university. In fact, at many four-year universities, you're likely to be taught by a teaching assistant in those first 2 years, where at a community college, we have full faculty teaching you, full-time faculty. They're very, very knowledgeable. They're experts in their field, and their mission is teaching, not research. So, and then you have small class sizes of about 25. So really, there's a lot of advantages to attending a community college like Shoreline that has such a strong focus on international education. The final bachelor's degree will come from that university. And so, you can end up saving literally $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 in the first 2 years by doing the 2+2, and end up at a better university in your final 2 years than you would if you started, from your home country and went directly to the university. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Samira, on that. And Bjorn, I would now come to you. So I know for a fact that Shoreline is also very well known for its university partners. So I would like you to sort of tell us about those partners and how can this be an exciting pathway, that students can take. and move to these university partners of Shoreline?
Yeah, so we work with students on a one-to-one basis to help them with the individual transfer plan from starting from day one when they arrive at orientation during their whole time with us to help them get into their dream university. And last year, we had great success with students transferring to the University of California. We had nearly 30 students transferred to the University of California, including nearly 15 that went to the University of California, Berkeley. We also had about 30 students go to the University of Washington here in Seattle. And those are top 10 world-ranked universities. But we also have students go to maybe lesser ranked universities that are based on their major or location or maybe budget and price. So there's lots of factors in choosing the best fit university for each student. And our advisors work with our students very well on helping them reach their goals. And so we have students transfer to universities all across the US, in New York, in California, right here in Seattle. So they don't do it on their own, the students. They work with our advisors, they work with other staff. The universities visit our campus twice a year for a transfer fair, which is a great time to meet those reps in person without having to talk online or visiting those campuses all over the US. Right. So we make it really easy for students to get into their dream university, whether it's in California or New York or Minnesota. There's a lot of great opportunities at Shoreline to transfer to the best fit university. If it's based on rank or major or location, we're here to help students, period. And we love bragging about their success. We love June when they graduate from Shoreline and they're going on to the best fit university. It's a very proud moment for us.
Absolutely, and I can actually, I actually had a first-hand experience of this, because when I was visiting Shoreline last year, then after visiting Seattle, I went to California, and I was visiting the UC Berkeley campus after that, and I ended up meeting a student from Shoreline who was actually guiding me, on the campus. So yeah, I mean, so I was on a UC Berkeley campus, and I met, a student from Shoreline. So yes, students do get over to UC Berkeley, like you mentioning. All right, so Samira, now I would want you to talk about this very unique program that I'm hearing that Shoreline has come up with. It's called the ACE Scholars Program. So please let our students, parents, counselors hear this and please enlighten them about this program.
So yeah, absolutely. This is truly a very, very exciting program. ACE stands for Accelerated College Experience. And it is really for, so let me just explain the difference in terms of what we've been talking about so far and the ACE program. So far, we've been talking about university transfer admission, the 2+2, 2 years at Shoreline, 2 years at an amazing university, right? That's the 2+2. Right. Now, the ACE program does not focus on transfer admission. It focuses on students who want to apply as freshmen to the universities. So basically, they're not going to come to Shoreline for 2 years. They're going straight to a 4-year university from their high school, right? So then what is ACE? It is actually something that is for high school students who are in their home country, continuing to attend high school, and they are very motivated, they are high achieving, and they want to challenge themselves by taking college level courses. So these college level or university level, same thing, courses will then transfer to most US universities. And also what the ACE program will do is allow students to really showcase that they are ready to take US university level courses and do well and, kind of get the confidence and really feel very comfortable with the US academic setting. And so to US universities, if you're applying to competitive universities, the fact that you attended courses in, at the higher educational level in the US is pretty impressive to universities. So you really enhance your profile as you apply to universities. And so the ACE program will allow you to earn those college credits.
Okay, so that sounds very interesting, and of course we'll try and dig deeper into this with Bjorn coming in. So Bjorn, could you talk more on the unique aspects of ACE and how students can benefit from this early credit transfer program that ACE provides, and eventually they'll be applying to universities. So how does this all fit in for them so well?
Yeah, two things I'll highlight here. One is that they are challenging themselves while they're still in high school with college level classes. Mm-hmm. So it's great to get challenged with a rigorous curriculum. And then when they apply to universities that care about their undergrad or high school education, this will supplement their high school education to show that they've taken rigorous college courses. That's number one. Mm-hmm. The second reason it benefits students is, and the universities they apply to, is that when they get accepted and enroll at that university, call it the University of Washington, University of Minnesota, they will have advanced credit or advanced standing when they enroll at that university and start there. So they would have some credits as a first-year student when they arrive on that campus, going through orientation, and they wouldn't start at zero. They would start at 12 or 15 or 20 or 30 credits, and that way they can either maybe graduate early, or they can take maybe some less classes, or they maybe can double major. So there's advantages of having advanced credit or advanced standing when they begin their bachelor's degree at a university with the ACE credits, with the ACE program.
Okay. All right, that's very interesting. So Samira, this is a fully online program, right? Yes. So how flexible is it for students? Because I'm sure you are expecting students from all over the globe, So, so can you talk about the flexibility for students joining in across the globe, and of course also considering the fact that they are high school students, will be joining in, taking this.
Absolutely. So this program has been designed, and actually we started designing this program based on what we heard from partners in terms of what would be very attractive. And so we've already started getting a lot of really great responses to this particular program. Shoreline is very strong in online education. And so we've been doing it for 25 years or so. And as a result, I think the college can offer very, very high quality asynchronous courses to students. And so basically students can do it, to fit their schedule. So you would be taking your high school courses, and then at the same time also taking, college level or university level courses. Those are interchangeable. So I keep using college, university, it's the same thing. But you would be taking those courses at the same time. And so you can fit it around your schedule and basically take it asynchronously. I also did want to mention that this is for students who are in grades 10, 11, and 12. So this would be during your high school 10, 11, and 12 standard.
Okay.
That's the Indian lingo I'm trying to switch back to.
Right. Yeah, and good you mentioned. I wanted to heir that asynchronous part, because that's what makes it so much more flexible, and students can take those classes at their own convenience, so they don't have to bother about the different parts of the globe that they are,
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So now I want to bring in Bjorn for my next question. So, so how many courses can these students take? Can you shed some light on that? Of course, Samira mentioned students from 10th grade, 11th and 12th graders. They're open. So what is that maximum number of courses that perhaps they can take, and how does that benefit them in their journey, to eventually
Thank you.
travel?
Great question. So this is not to be a full-time college student. It's supposed to be part-time
Right.
college courses in addition to your full-time high school education.
Mhm.
And so we set this up for the student to take one class at a time, and each class is about 10 weeks long. Our academic terms are about 3 months. We use a quarter system, so there's 4 quarters in an academic year, and each class is 10 weeks long. So they would take one 10-week class at a time, and then they can choose to take another 10-week class after that first one's done. So maximum, they could take up to 6 online classes through the ACE program, one class at a time over potentially 2 years. So they could take one class in the fall of their junior year, and then one class in the winter of their junior year, one class in the spring of their junior year, and then 3 more in senior year or grade 12. So a total of 6. And these classes are meant to, I guess, compete or challenge the AP, IB courses and subject exams that some students have access to, but not all students have access to AP and IB. It's really based on their school, if the school offers them. And this ACE program is for any student in the world that qualifies, that meets our admission requirements, and wants to get a head start on earning college credit, taking one course at a time, asynchronously, as Samira said, around their high school class schedule. So they could take it in the evening, they could take the course on the weekend and work through it. It is a little self-paced, but they can't finish a 10-week course in 2 or 3 weeks. They have to take the whole 10-week time period. So it is meant to go slow and learn the material and do a regular course length, but they can take one course at a time for up to 6 courses over their high school career. Thank you.
Okay. So now, Samira, I would want you to help me understand, considering the admission perspective, so does completing this, college level courses through ACE, would this strengthen the profile of the student? How would this help the students when they apply, for bachelor programs to US universities?
Absolutely. So this absolutely would strengthen the student's profile. AP and IB, they're great, obviously. They're exam-based though, and so this, they give you the potential of getting US college credit or US university credit. This actually gives you the US college and university credit by doing this program. And also this is different because you're actually attending a US college course. So in that regard, you're demonstrating your initiative and your motivation, you're demonstrating your discipline, you're demonstrating your ability to be taking both high school and college level courses at the same time. And so obviously universities are going to be, I would think, very impressed with the fact that you're doing this in addition to your high school courses. And because of that, it really signals to universities that the student is ready, that you are ready for challenge, and that you are ready to really go to the next level. One of the reasons why our admission requirements, it is a selective program, is because we want to set the student up for success. So as a result, the ACE program, does have some admissions requirements, such as, students should be at least at a B, grade level, or 75%, I would say, in India. And also there is a essay that they would need to write, and a recommendation from the high school about their ability to be able to do that, because we don't want students to take on so much that it is hard for them to, because again, the quality and caliber of the course is like any other university in the US. And so it's, while community colleges provide access, you still have to do really well in class to move forward. So we want to set you up for success.
Right.
I hope that answers your question.
No, absolutely. And I mean, while you were answering, I was thinking like not just, I mean, not just this helps them with their profile for a university, but I think even, it helps for their profile when they're applying for a visa. I mean, if they are mentioning about these advanced credits, then obviously that reflects on the seriousness of the student as well, that makes the profile even more stronger, I guess.
That's actually a very, very good point. I mean, this totally would show your intention, your motivation, your how methodically you're going about. The one thing about ACE I will also say is it's not just about making you ready for getting admitted into a top university. It's actually getting you ready to take on the courses and the program and the caliber that you will need to do when you actually reach that university. So we want you to be successful there, not just get admitted there.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, and well, I want to bring in Bjorn. Finally, this is my last question to you both. So what is that advice that you would want to give to these high school students? I mean, these potential international students, who's thinking of studying in the US and pursuing their dreams for US higher education. So, what is that bit of advice that you want to give to them, particularly with respect to this ACE program?
Great question. And my final thoughts are to email us and ask questions if you're unsure if this is a good fit program for you. We'll have some webinars in the future about this, so we'll give more information. We have information on our website about it, but we want to answer your questions if you are unsure about it. So contact us. I'm sure you'll share our email for the audience about this topic. But it's a great thing because universities do give students the credit for these online classes that Shoreline College offers. So it is transferable. It does help them get a head start. It does help them be more competitive for the admission aspect. And it is something that kind of takes the uncertainty away of doing an AP or IP subject exam test if you don't know if you're going to get a qualifying score or not. If you pass this ACE class, you will get college credit at most universities that are transfer friendly. But if you're unsure if it is right for you, we have the courses available on our website, and contact the Shoreline staff and we'll clarify any questions or doubt that students or families have. Thank you.
All right. So thank you so much. And well, Samira, your final thoughts?
I think we've covered it all really well. Oh, actually, one last thing. The beauty of applying with Shoreline is there are 4 intakes a year. And where AP, it would take you an entire year to, really get those, exams and pass those exams. Here, you could get that 5 credit class done in 3 months or 2 months if it's the summertime. So again, it's really much more flexible and it's faster in a lot of ways. So yeah, I hope you consider it, and I hope that we can see you as a Shoreline student in the future.
I'm sure there will be great takeaways from this interaction. So thank you so much, Samira and Bjorn. It was absolutely wonderful talking to both of you, learning about not just, this community college pathway that's the 2+2 option offers, but also learning about this wonderful and unique program called ACE that Shoreline has come up with. And I think it's like Bjorn mentioned, it's going to be a great head start for students who are genuinely looking at coming to US. So it's a great profile building opportunity that this would provide. So I'm sure students who would listen to this would surely benefit from this and take this up and reach out to you for more questions and more clarity. All right. Thank you so much, Samira and Bjorn. And thank you, Saqib, for arranging this for us. Until we meet sometime soon again.
Thank you.